Ever since it was announced that we were getting a brand new streaming service, Disney Plus, Disney has been announcing all of its new Marvel offerings. From Falcon and the Winter Soldier to WandaVision to Loki. There are so many shows to be excited for. However, I want to talk about the heroes that deserve their own show. The heroes that perhaps don't get the recognition they deserve or have even been brushed under the rug. So today on Top 10 Beyond the Screen, I'm going to be counting down our list of the top 10 Marvel superheroes who need their own show on Disney Plus. Before we begin, be sure to stick around until the end of the video where I'll be responding to some of your comments. Let's jump in. Coming in at 10, Nebula and Gamora. Now, one of the biggest rumors floating around the internet is that of a Nebula and Gamora solo series for Disney Plus, and according to some sources it may already be in development, but again, this is unconfirmed. The pair were first introduced into the MCU in 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy, which established their antagonistic relationship, though they do both now love each other. As we know, the Loki series is set to be a prequel focusing on a younger version of the character. We wouldn't be surprised if this is the direction they decided to take Nebula and Gamora, exploring their lives before they defected from their father, as well as their complicated rivalry in its early days. In at 9, Lady Sif. I'm specifically talking the MCU version of Lady Sif here, played by Jamie Alexander. Lady Sif is an Asgardian warrior and a good friend of Thor and the Warriors 3. In 2018, she was among the many who died when Thanos snapped his horrible fingers, but she was resurrected by Hulk and the other Avengers in 2023. God bless. Her powers include superhuman strength, superhuman durability, superhuman speed, superhuman agility, superhuman stamina, regenerative healing factor, and longevity. Yeah, she's an absolute badass. Now, there's been a ton of speculation about this Asgardian warrior getting her own Disney Plus series, along with Thor's other co-stars from the MCU. Coming in at 8, Daredevil. Netflix broke the hearts of comic fans when they pulled the plug on all of its Marvel superhero shows, including Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. Now, this news broke last December that due to contractual reasons, Disney would not be able to revive these shows until 2 years after their cancellation. I can honestly wait 2 years. It's not that long. And now, thanks to Disney Plus, these shows will have a brand new home. But like I said, it won't be for another 2 years, maybe even longer, considering all the legal issues. Which means Disney will be putting all of their confirmed shows first. There's a chance these heroes won't even be revived at all, however I don't believe that for a second, especially considering their success on Netflix. In at 7, Rocket Raccoon and Groot. Rocket Raccoon and Groot may just be the greatest pairing in the entire MCU. Now, we know James Gunn is back on for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, however, that's not enough for me or most fans. There's been a fresh set of rumors that indicate a potential series for Disney Plus, starring Bradley Cooper and of course Vin Diesel as their respective characters. Now, timeline-wise, it could literally take place whenever, considering the pair have been partners even prior to the events of 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm praying for a prequel series to Guardians with Rocket and Groot up to no good together ravaging the galaxy. How fun would that be? In at 6, Nick Fury. One constant that we can always rely on in the MCU is Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson, with the actor more recently appearing in Captain Marvel and Spider-Man Far From Home. With the actor a full-time character in the MCU, he might be headed for his own Disney Plus series, and by might, I mean he should be heading for his own Disney Plus series. If you saw Captain Marvel, you will know that the technology to de-age actors works. It's actually quite terrifying. So there is no telling what Marvel could do with Nick Fury. Now, there are of course rumors circulating around the internet already about a Fury solo series, however, nothing has been confirmed. Nick Fury has been a fan favourite since his introduction in Iron Man, and given his prolonged absence in the MCU between Avengers Age of Ultron in 2015 and Captain Marvel in 2019, the door is open for a series that could perhaps fill in all of the gaps. Coming in at 5, X-23. Now, I'm not talking the comic character here, I'm specifically talking X-23, aka Laura from the 2017 movie Logan. Now, for those of you who didn't see Logan, Laura is a mutant, artificially created by Alkali Transigen to use as a soldier. However, she is the biological daughter of Wolverine with similar powers, including regeneration and adamantium claws, enhanced strength, enhanced agility, and enhanced durability, making her one hell of a strong child. What makes X-23 interesting is that she has no knowledge of the outside world or how it works. All she knows is that she has to stay stay alive. It would make for an incredible series to follow X-23's life after the passing of Logan, and what actually took place when her and her fellow X-23s crossed the border into Canada. Coming in at 4, Silver Surfer. Now I'm choosing to forget the time Silver Surfer appeared in the wreck that was Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, because hard for non-comic lovers to believe the Silver Surfer is actually an amazing character, and deserved way more than that train wreck of a film. The Surfer first appeared all the way back in the Fantastic Four number 48 in 1966, the first of a 3-issue arc that fans call the Galactus Trilogy. At the beginning of his creation, Silver Surfer worked for Galactus, a cosmic entity who consumed planets to sustain his life force. For a time, the Surfer is his herald, seeking out planets for Galactus to consume. However, in time he eventually heads to Earth, where he meets the Fantastic Four and is in turn touched by their nobility. Now many are expecting the Surfer to be revamped in one of the Avengers films, Fantastic Four, or even Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm not holding my breath. Instead, it would make far more sense for the character to have his own standalone series, which could be a way for him to be introduced into the MCU as the powerful and beloved character that he is. In at 3, Spider-Woman. Now this is one of the rare numbers on our list who has actually never made an appearance in the MCU or any kind of Marvel show. You may be thinking she is a new character, but no, Spider-Woman is actually a creation of the 1970s and starred in her very own animated cartoon. Although a lot of people have donned the title, Spider-Woman, the version we're talking about, is Jessica Drew. Now Drew first appeared in Marvel Spotlight number 32 in February 1977 with 50 issues of an ongoing series titled Spider-Woman. However, at its conclusion she was killed and though later returned, she fell into disuse, supplanted by other characters using the same name, Spider-Woman. Jessica Drew deserves more, also we deserve a Spider-Woman considering how many Spider-Man films we've had to suffer through. We deserve at least one, come on. Anyway, a Disney Plus series would be the perfect place for Jessica Drew to show what she's capable of, and for Marvel to redeem themselves for brushing her under the rug. Just saying. Coming in at 2, Valkyrie. Arguably one of the highlights of the 2017 MCU movie Thor Ragnarok was Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson. Now as we know, following Endgame, Valkyrie is now the new leader of the Asgardians, with the title being presented to her by Thor himself, putting Valkyrie in an incredibly powerful position that could be displayed in an equally as powerful series. The character herself resembles a female Indiana Jones. Now imagine this hero center stage and embarking on some wild adventures across the galaxy. I mean, in the 2010 comics, she becomes a founding member of the Secret Avengers and co-leader of the Fearless Defenders with Misty Knight. There are literally so many directions you could take her series if it were to happen. All I'm saying is Tessa Thompson or bust. Thankfully, Tessa will be returning for Thor Love and Thunder in 2021. And finally, coming in at number 1, Black Widow. Now, Black Widow has been confirmed to have a feature film set to be released in May 2020 and stars ScarJo, Rachel Weisz, Ray Winstone, and a big maybe, Robert Downey Jr. However, despite that, comic fans and the MCU fans are desperate for Natasha Romanoff to get her own Disney Plus series along with her other buddies. Black Widow is a super spy, and to condense all of her action-packed missions into one movie is criminal, in my opinion anyway. But honestly, I'll take what I can get. With the 2020 movie, we are confined to the period between Civil War and Infinity War. However, if Marvel decided to opt for a series, it would give the writers more freedom to explore some of Natasha's greatest moments from the comics, and not just the MCU. They could even dabble in the Heroic Age storyline, which includes our previous number, centering on Natasha being recruited by Steve Rogers into a new Black Ops wing of the Avengers, dubbed of course the Secret Avengers. Black Widow travels to Dubai with her new teammate Valkyrie, where the pair get up to no good. Of course. I mean, come on, a Black Widow series is what we all need, and I will fight for it until the end of time. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? Were there any Marvel heroes that we missed? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 2. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos. Top 10 child actors you won't believe what they look like today. Part 3. That title never gets old. David's World said, Lucy, I swear when you're 60 you will still have that baby face look. Keep drinking out of the youth fountain. Bless up, David. That's the dream. Forever young. James Fraser said, very cool, Lucy. I love that you bring us these follow-ups on all the greats we watched years ago. Thanks. You're very welcome. I enjoy it as much as you guys do. Make sure to let me know if you want a part 4. Teresa Spry said, I was literally thinking what Abigail Breslin looked like now after watching Little Miss Sunshine a couple of days ago. You guys are mind readers. Great vid. And Lucy, you're a fabulous queen. Well, shucks. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was surprised as well to see what Abigail looks like today. Guess we all grow up, right? Got boobs. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Beyond the Screen vid. Until next time, see you later.